Hello and welcome to another episode of Old Faces. We're your hosts, Mr.
Mrs. Mocha.
And
Lupe
And Miche. Gotta get some flavor.
Fucking song.
she ready to do it.
He said, Miche.
I'm excited. We actually got Lupe and Miche at the house.
In-house.
Yeah.
Oh.
In the studio.
we at the crib.
All together now.
Oh, shit.
It's been a great adventure. We've taken lots of naps.
We have taken a lot of naps. It's been great.
Yeah, this has been like
pretty chill.
a relaxed trip.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, yeah, we gonna do this. We gonna do this.
Yeah. Dead ass. Last night it was Mr. Mocha and Lupe, and then tonight it was us.
Yeah.
The girls.
Yeah.
Just in my defense, it was Lupe's fault. He took a nap first.
I did. I was cooked.
No, it actually wasn't, because Lupe had been down for a while, and you said, I'm going to go take a shower. I said, okay. And then next thing you know, we heard you're laid across the bed
We heard snoring.
And I was like, oh, well, I guess they're all asleep.
Hey, I don't snore.
Do you want to start taking shots? And then they woke up as soon as we got super fucked up and we're going to bed.
We were litty titty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were done.
Yeah.
Definitely lit.
We woke up. I was like, damn, they had a whole party without us.
They really did, bro. They
We
said, fuck
did.
it.
Yeah, fuck these
You know what?
guys.
Here's the part I heard. I was like, so when
Get
y'all
closer.
started drinking, and they were like, y'all were sleeping. I'm like, okay, so why didn't you wake me up when I said wake me up? Oh, well, we decided to just get drunk and express ourselves and talk
Yeah.
about things.
We did.
And in my mind, I'm like,
It was lit.
It was.
I'm glad y'all left me sleep.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you didn't want to talk about like emotions and feelings and hormones and, you know.
I mean,
girl
I do.
stuff.
I do want to talk about those things.
Oh, no.
Just not
No.
Today?
Just not while I was on vacation.
I'm dead as fuck.
That's non-vacation conversation?
Nah, I don't know. You're supposed to be talking about you. Like, look,
You don't talk about your feelings like when you're having them?
I do talk about my
Don't
feelings.
say that on the podcast, okay, man? People are going to start unfollowing you.
Look.
They're going to be like, this insensitive dickhead.
Listen, I do talk about my feelings. I try to talk about my feelings as soon as it happens. Like,
Yeah.
I'm typically like, all right, I'm going through something. Babe, this is how I'm feeling. And typically she's like, do we have to talk about this on the way to the gym? I'm like, well.
Misha's a thug. Sit your sensitive ass down.
I'm dead.
Go
There's a
lift those
time and a
weights.
place sometimes. Don't start a conversation that's going to take 2 hours when we have 10 minutes of driving.
I legit like try not to, if I'm upset about something, I try not to say anything to Mr. Mocha about it until like the right time. But sometimes there's not like the right time, and I've waited too long, and then I throw up the information on him, and then I'm pissed as fuck by the time I've actually said it. It's not even like a good, like I'm just a kind of bothered emotion. It goes from that to like the spawn of Satan, and I want to like punch him while he's sleeping or
You
something.
know how you see like the comedy skits where like they're trying to turn the faucet of water on and like it's not coming out, and they put the faucet right to their eye, and like one drip comes out, and then all of a sudden it's like and just like hoses him down. Like that's how it is when she's like, well, there's something I need to say. It's like, oh fuck.
I'm super nice about it.
She is.
I just say, Daddy, if I don't
But
say
it's just
something now, I'm going to
everything.
be really upset.
It's everything. It all comes out.
Facts.
But at least you give some type of warning. Miche don't give no warning.
No, I don't always give a warning.
No.
I wasn't even the
that's
one
not a
talking about my
warning.
feelings. You were.
No.
You were like a faucet the other day.
When?
Well, you wanted
Obviously,
to bring
on
it
the way
up.
to the gym.
Obviously, it was yesterday.
Oh, it was like a faucet. I had a lot to get off my chest, but that wasn't
Faucet.
after shots. That was
Mr.
just after
Faucet,
waking
I
up.
like it.
It was after waking up or...
Hold on.
I woke
Wait
up
a
and had a
minute.
weird-ass
I
dream
was going to
and-
say, let's address the real conversation. You know, and I'm sure everyone's dealt with this, when your partner has a dream about you and it either scares them, pisses them off,
Or makes them think.
makes them jealous, whatever, and they wake up and have that same energy towards you when it didn't even happen.
Yes, I know that feeling.
So
I've never done that.
I was
Shit.
dealing with that.
First of all, it wasn't
Something that I didn't even do.
Hold on. First of all, it wasn't even a bad thing that you did in the dream. You were just different.
I'm just
And-
saying.
and
That's what spawned all of
It
it.
was just a difference in the dream. Like, you was such a gangster in the dream. Like,
I am a
I'll tell you
gangster.
the dream. I'll tell the dream real quick. You want me to tell the dream?
You're going so left today. I'm not feeling it.
We're here.
I didn't know I was the topic of discussion for today.
No, you're not. The dream is.
You know what my nightmare was? I'll start with mine then. Okay. It'll soften the blow for yours. Okay.
Mine was you.
It wasn't
I'm just
bad.
kidding.
I'm just trying to figure out why he's.
I want to know about your nightmare. Was the
I
spiders
have like a
involved?
recurring nightmare that Mr. Mocha doesn't talk to me. Like he just ignores me. Okay.
Like you're a ghost? Like you're invisible?
Like for some reason he just won't respond to me. But we're still married and we still live together. He just won't respond to me about things. I think I've woken up crying several times about that.
Can I just say that Lupe does that in real life?
I know.
He
I
just
witnessed it in the car today,
literally
remember?
Doesn't hear me at all.
That time
or
at
starts
band
a
camp?
conversation and I'm answering him and he never responds and never hears the answer.
I'm bad.
I'm like,
We're driving. You're asleep. Mr. Moko's asleep. We're driving and Miche and I are sitting in the front seat. Lupe and Mr. Mocha are in the back seat. Mr. Mocha's passed out with the dog. Lupe is back there and they're having a conversation. I completely zone out because they were having a conversation and finally she was like, "Are you fucking listening to me? I'm still talking to you." "Yeah, I've been talking to you for like the past 20 minutes. And I was like, "Oh, hell." So then I had to like ask her something and I was like, "Okay, you guys can continue on arguing because I just needed directions to where we need to go."
So I just want to say in my defense, okay? Miche says a lot of stuff sometimes, all right? Sometimes.
there's a reason because you're not listening.
Sometimes
so I would just say it 5 times.
over and over again, and I just
You don't hear it ever.
I'm just like, now I gotta delete this because she put too much in the database. You've copied the same line 10 times in my head, so I gotta delete the whole
you just
line.
told me you just delete shit out of your brain.
Gotta
and
go.
then later you're like, you never told me this.
Yeah, because you said it too many
You
times. so it got
deleted
deleted.
it.
What the fuck?
It was still.
Oh my God.
She just were like, "Fuck it. I can't remember that part anyway, so it's fine." She'll tell me again.
Information
exactly-
overload.
Literally,
That's
yes.
exactly how I feel. Sometimes she just comes in and just shits all over me, and I'm just like, I'm like, Miche,
Here's the thing.
give me a minute.
Mr. Mocha does not shit all over me. But he definitely is like an information highway. So what he doesn't realize is that the world around him is not going the same pace his brain is. Okay? I legit will be like ready to be off work and I need my brain to turn off at that point. And that is where, not all the time, but sometimes that's where he throws up information and I get overwhelmed. Like when I say fucking throw up, he throws up information. Okay, so I need you to do this email and check that and da 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 and this list of people and we got to message so and so about that, blah blah blah. Then content, then where I've got to be out of town and
I can't even sit here and say that I'm not like that.
you need to mute that.
Yeah, that's
I
my
can
bad.
hear-
I'm sorry. I'm
you
pushing
need to mute
buttons.
it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm fucking up here.
Mr.
Sorry.
Mocha's showing you some shit.
Everybody carry on.
You need to go back to the space.
No, I got it. I'm listening. Keep going.
Okay. Anyway, so Mr. Mocha is an information highway, and he does that to me sometimes, and I can't keep up with all of his.
No, keep going.
I can't keep up with what he says. Just mute that.
I'm trying to. I don't know what to do there.
You just.
So we're having technical difficulties because I'm pushing buttons that I'm not supposed to be pushing. And my wife is getting ready to verbally beat me up in front of my friends. And all of you wonderful listeners, I just want you to know how it works.
goes down.
Yeah, how it really goes down when
How Miche be trying to grab me
Oh, yeah, she did do that
I witnessed
aggressively
that.
today.
I witnessed
in the
that.
car. She tried to grab me.
No, she punked both of us earlier because, but she was smooth about it because we're like sitting there. We have to go. We're supposed to leave. She's hungry. Everybody's hungry, but me and Lupe just hanging out talking.
We're not
Okay,
as hungry as she is.
and I was in the robe, and that's it. And he was wearing some sweatpants. And she was like, listen, and she's looking at him, but not at him. So I realized she's talking to us. And she started going in like, yeah, you not even dressed. You need to get dressed. And I was like, I know you're talking to me too. She was like, yes, because I'm hungry. And I just left. I just went and put some clothes on. And so let's go ahead and also tell you how Lupe threw me under the bus. So she asked him, "Are you wearing those sweatpants out?" Because she went and got her makeup on, put her little sexy jeans on, blah blah blah. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm wearing this," and he had like real tough energy. Like, "Yeah, I'm wearing this." I'm like, "Shit, I'm wearing some sweatpants too." Then I'm not gonna let my boy be out here wearing sweatpants by himself. So I go put my sweatpants on. At which time my wife's like, "You wearing those?" And I'm like, well, I wasn't going to, but Lupe wearing his, so I'm wearing mine. So
You said I'll change before we go to
but I did say
go to where
Lupe's
we
wearing
went.
his.
Yeah.
So we get ready to leave. I come out. This son bitch has taken off sweatpants, put on some pants, some nice shirts, some shoes, and I'm like, "Hey man, what happened to us?"
Bro code was broken.
He was
today.
like, "Oh yeah, you know, I was gonna wear it, but she gave me that eye thing," and I'm like, so you weren't gonna come tell me that we dressing different now?
I mean, honestly, I thought you knew what the eye thing was, but Mrs. Mocha is a lot nicer than Miche most of the time, so she doesn't do that to you. She also doesn't.
No,
grab
she's
you
just like a mom and the boss of it. Like,
She really is like a mom. I tell her that
Yeah.
all the time. I'm like, babe, you were literally like a 40-year-old.
yeah,
woman
but she
sometimes.
keeps. Don't say that I'm 40, man.
Oh, my bad. I should have said 60. Should have said 60.
Don't mind if you hear noise in the background.
It's just her being violent
he's
again, like I
getting
said.
fucked up. Sorry.
She's just a mom. You have to have a mom of a relationship. There was always one. I was like that when I was younger, and then we like kind of don't have as many kids around, or
So then he was like, fuck it.
I'm not really like as in mom mode as I used to be now. I'm just like, oh,
Fair.
here's the dog.
I'm not going to lie.
Buddy. Let's go have a nap.
I'm waiting for mom mode to be over.
It
What
will
up,
once you
Kens?
get your shit together.
What up, Kens? Just want to
Is
say
Kenzie in there? Hey, Kenzie.
Yeah.
he's on here.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
I wish you could say.
Anyways, you were going to tell us about your dream.
So my dream went like this, okay? First of all, something happened to my legs in the dream, so I couldn't walk.
You're an amputee?
No, I didn't get cut off.
Okay.
It just didn't work.
They just didn't work, and I was in recovery.
Okay.
So
You know something? You had that dream because you cracked a joke
About the
her
amputee
being-
last night.
about
Yep,
the
that is
amputee.
dead
That's
ass
why.
it happened.
That's why you had that dream.
Yep.
That's what you get.
Manifested that shit.
exactly. So in the dream,
You deserved it.
I was I don't remember what happened. But my legs weren't working. I was going to rehab, and so at the time, obviously we have this lifestyle. So she's like, you're not the one able to do anything, so I gotta go do everything. So I'm just gonna, I need to take my mind off everything. So I'm just gonna go to the gym. So she starts going to the gym, hard body, like she in there picking me up, putting me in the bathtub and whatnot. like she washing me, she get washing my feet. She's being a good woman. So in the dream, but she's also running all of the
Everything.
OnlyFans, the
Yeah.
website. Like she's killing it too. It's not like we losing. It's like she like, nigga, I don't need you. I got this. And I'm like in the dream. I'm like, okay, get it, mom. Like I'm the biggest fan. No legs, no. I'm like, yo.
Bad.
So I like there's one particular part in the dream where we're like, I'm at the rehab place and they got me in the little sling and I'm like trying to like walk.
I'm bad as fuck.
And she's like, babe, you can do it. Just like I did it. Like I changed, you could do it. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. I could do it. So I'm crying in my dream. I wake up. I got dry tears on my face. I'm like, I look over. I'm like, babe, you could be that gangster. So I commenced to asking her if, like, in my dream, you was a superhero. Like,
Yeah.
you was picking me up and shit, putting me in the tub. And you was helping me.
You wanted her to do it this morning?
upstairs?
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, so in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna ask her if she's happy with her life up until now, because that version of her in my dream was really happy, and I don't know if it's because I couldn't walk or because she could pick me up. I don't know which one it was, but I can tell you in the dream she seemed way happier than in real life. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm just gonna ask her, because whatever I need to do outside of break my legs,
I was about to say, I got
I'm
you.
gonna do.
I got a bad upstairs.
Well, what I was trying to ask and what I actually asked were two completely different things.
You were still high on the dream,
Yeah.
and you just let it come out the wrong way.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
did, and the conversation went left. Yeah, and then like later on in the day, she was like, "I get what you were trying to say, but you fucked up." I was like, yeah, I realized that. Shortly after I said it.
Yeah.
About 30 seconds after it came out of my mouth, your look on your face was not the look I was thinking it was going to be.
Oops.
It was, nigga, what? I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you did that.
Yeah, that was it. It
That's
wasn't,
all right.
The dream wasn't meant to be a negative thing, although apparently my delivery
Sucked.
was like a pizza man dropping a pizza in front of you.
No, that's not ever a bad thing when pizza's delivered. Don't
Until it
compare.
falls out the box in front of you and hits the floor. After you waited for 45 minutes, you're going to be very upset. I've dropped a pizza. I worked at Papa John's for a year. No, it wasn't a year. It was like
How the
6
hell
months.
did we get to Papa John's?
I dropped a
Listen,
pizza.
I don't know.
Mr. Mocha's delivery on things, I think we have spoken about this too, is really fucking bad sometimes.
Yeah. Like you're trying to say something nice, but you say it and she looks at you like you just shot her in the foot.
Oh, this is because he's like, hey, baby, I think we both should lose some weight. What? We?
I try that.
We
too.
should.
I added myself
lose
into
some
the
weight?
equation.
He said some stupid shit like that too.
Yeah, and I was like, I did all day. I like walked around like I was a sad, but I was like a rabid dog.
I didn't know
Like,
at the time.
I'm
okay?
mad, but I'm sad, and I don't know if he's like truly like, okay, we need to be like healthier, or we need to lose weight, or
And I
you
didn't
need to
say-
lose
I
weight,
never-
but
I
I'm
didn't
going to say it because
didn't say
I
we
know
need to
that
lose weight. I
that
said
will
we need to
buffer
start
it.
working out and eating better. I didn't say we need to lose weight. I didn't say that. But of course, she translated into some other shit, and because like originally, so she said, hey, if you want me to work out with you, just let me know. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you need to start eating healthy and working out.
It was just the way he said
And
it, and it was the
then-
most random fucking time to
And
say
then
it.
somehow I was insulting her when I really meant that we gonna do this because
Together.
You guys know I have a junk food problem. I can bring in cookies and she won't eat them.
No, but that was
if there's
something-
cookies in the house, I'm eating them.
That's completely besides the point.
It sounds
The
like
point
a you
was
problem.
is that
It is.
the delivery was terrible. It was like it was so like because like his mind works like I said overtime. So when he did finally,
I did a
I'm sure
survey
he'd
and
been
realized that I
thinking
fucked
about
up.
it for
I
a
did
while,
survey. I asked some people,
and then he just
they're like,
all of a
"You're
sudden
dick." And I'm like,
said
okay,
it.
got you.
Facts.
He like he just said it out loud, and I was like, "Where the hell did that even come from? Like, were we talking about it? Maybe?" Here's the thing. Like I said, I kind of walked around like a rabid dog all day, and then
She wasn't happy.
yeah, and then there's a few other things that
It's
Mr.
like the look
Mocha.
in her face. I was like, fuck. Because like my brain's moving and I'm like, okay.
The
there's
other
like
day,
5
he said a thought, but it was the like ending of his thought because he'd already thought about it in his head.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
just told me the ending of the thought, and I was like, "What
I've done
the
that before.
fuck?"
I was like, I was like, I'm so sorry because I literally I said like I thought of something that was like a full sentence came through my brain, and I laughed and I finished this thought to her, and like she kind of looked at me. I was like, oh, I didn't tell you the first part, did I?
No.
My bad.
But like I said, it's for guys out there. Just think about your delivery.
So
Think about how you deliver things before you say it. Like,
Yes, please.
just like you want us to think about what we say to you before we say it.
Do they think
Yeah, they
about what they say? They think
They think
that they think
I
about what they
definitely
say.
think-
What they
Just so
say.
you know, we do that. So imagine what would come out of our mouth if we didn't think at all and
Yeah.
said whatever we thought we thought.
Exactly. Because
No.
I'll be thinking about it, and I was like, "This sounds good."
exactly. That's exactly what I'm
Like,
saying.
it's like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, and
champagne
totally
for you?
in his
I'm
mind is he thinks that he said something's like super awesome because he totally thought that through for 30 seconds.
I mean, to be honest, normally it's longer than 30 seconds. But see, I realized something about how men and women go about things. We don't have a multiple choice in our head. Like, you guys have multiple personalities that you can consult before it comes out of your mouth.
That's a true story.
So you're like, all right, Leslie.
Are we going to talk about that again? I think men are jealous again because you have only one personality, and we can consult with all of ours.
Yeah. Be jealous.
I don't know. If
You never
jealousy-
know. Leslie might hurt you one
I
day.
definitely,
I don't know
I
if
definitely
jealousy
think
is the
there's some
word.
envy there. Just saying.
I don't know if envy is the word either. I think,
One personality is kind of boring.
Yeah.
yeah, I think there's some exactly suspense and wonder Okay, I think men are curious to know how it is that so many of you can be inside of one of you.
It's hormones.
'Cause
That's
we're
what
the
they call
shit.
them. They call them hormones. Seriously.
I get it, because look,
It makes you a different person.
we know. Because depending on what day of the month it is, will decide who you waking up next to.
I mean, I'm pretty much the same person every day, but I have like but here's the thing. Like I said, the other day when I woke up not myself, he immediately noticed and he asked me, and I looked at him and he said, "Are you upset at me about something?" I said, "No." I said, "I'm just in my head today. Like, I don't know what's wrong." Then he comes out of the room and I don't even know what he said. Then I said something back and then we start like going back and forth. And then finally, like I said, I told you, I was like, listen, I'm not even close to logical right now. So it's pointless.
I was so confused.
It is pointless for us to have this fucking conversation because I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you because I'm not mad at you.
I respect
I'm
that.
in my own head and I'm not going to make sense about anything right now.
I understand.
And I'm
that.
screaming in the kitchen. You are being logical, and I'm not. Like, I'm telling him, like, I was never mad at
This is not
you.
the right time for that logical shit.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you. I never was mad at you. I was in my own freaking head, and I'm going to say nothing nice or anything that will make fucking sense right now. So we shouldn't even be fucking talking.
Yeah,
I
that's what
respect
happened.
that because I feel like if if you said that to me, I'm off the hook. Like, I'm out. I'm like, all right, bet.
Yes.
But see, I never, like, sometimes I don't believe it.
I'll
like,
see you back.
like, I don't know if that's like a trick thing. Like,
You can't trick me with your
am
own
I
words.
supposed to walk away? Or am
Oh,
I
no, you
supposed
kept
to stay
talking
here and
now.
talk? But well, see, that's because by that time it's all built up, and it's like, so actually, this is what really happened. So this what happened. All right, so the night before, me and one of our friends were having this conversation, and I'm just, you know how you had that moment you're talking about your wife, and you realize like how good your spouse is.
Yeah.
You know, being in lifestyle, I think we have a good up close look at other people's spouses and relationships, and you realize how good your mate is.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, you start saying it out loud and you, like, feel really good. Like your dream. You feel really good about your spouse, about your relationship. So we had this conversation right before I went to bed. She was already asleep. So I go to bed.
On cloud
And
nine.
I'm on cloud 9 thinking about my wife. Like, man, she the shit. You know, I'm rubbing her booty in my sleep, in her sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and so I get up the next day and I wake up like, you know, there's rainbows and sunshine. And it's like, oh, and she turned around like,
Here's the thing, though. I didn't say
fuck? Like,
anything
like-
to him. I just got out of the bed because literally my exact words to him were, because I've been a little frustrated lately. I was like, I'm literally living in a world of sex where I can't have sex. I said, I almost woke up in the middle of the night and went and screamed as loud as I could in the fucking living room because I'm super frustrated. So I was like, it had nothing to do with you.
That could have encouraged gunfire. I'm glad she didn't do that. Been in the living room like Yosemite Sam.
Like dead, you know, like, and I'm used to being like a big part of like everything. So I was just frustrated. I was in my head. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't anybody's fault.
Product of the environment.
Right.
That's
So
it.
literally I said I could have went in the living room and screamed to the top of my lungs and just cried and went crazy and then came and sat back down. And then that was when we went into the very unlogical conversation of me telling him that he doesn't help me and he doesn't give me enough attention, which is a total not even what
You
it
don't
was.
cuddle me. Now, mind you, I've been complaining about the goddamn dog because we shaved the dog. Before we shaved him, he get hot, so he
sleeping the
wouldn't stay in
floor,
bed.
yeah.
But now he's a fucking cock blocker. So at night,
Now
like
he's cold and he's
I'm
balled up
always-
between us. Yeah.
At some point during the night, we always touch each other, and because I'm a creature of habit, I go to move my body and I'm blocked by the dog. I wake up, so I wake up complaining about the dog. So I've been complaining for 2 weeks that the dog's in the way of me touching you, and she's like, "You don't touch me at night," and I'm like,
No, I didn't say that.
No,
I said
you don't
give
cuddle.
me enough attention.
something like that, and I'm like, well, first of all, because touching is big.
No, I said, you don't give me enough attention and you don't even take care of me.
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't ask
something like-
about if I'm feeling okay. Like, that's when I knew that I was like being illogical. Because Mr. Mocha since like all of the shit started, he literally, I haven't cleaned the kitchen as often. He like does the laundry if I don't have time to do the laundry. Like, we've always been kind of equal partner, but when he works outside of the house and I'm home, it's easier for me to do it. So he has definitely picked up a lot of slack, and I was just being a bitch to him to be a bitch to him, which was not his fault. So that's why I was like, we should just not talk.
Confused. I was just confused. The most she's like,
wait.
you don't do that. I'm like, I don't do that.
Why are you attacking me? I've given you nothing but love. She's like, I'm attacking you because I want to attack something and you hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. So
exactly.
at the end of it,
and it only pissed me off further because he woke up and I told him I wasn't mad. I was in my head. We could have just went on from there and it would have been just fine. And he didn't want to do that. He wanted the crazy to come out.
no.
So it came out, and then she left very shortly afterwards.
So she winds up crying on my shoulder, and I was like, look, can we just from now on skip to the crying on the shoulder? Let's just skip straight to that. You tell me you need to cry. You put your head over my shoulder. I'll wrap my arms around you. You can cry.
No, I can't just do that with you, because if I just come up to him and like start crying, literally his first instinct is,
What'd I do?
did I offend you somehow? Like, what happened?
That's the most important question. Did I offend you? And if you say no, then cool. Tell me who did. And if there's no one else who offended you, then when you just hug it, let's hug it out. I'm good with that.
I don't ever think I did anything wrong.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whenever I come to... whenever I
That's so accurate.
I never... I'm like, what's wrong?
That's so accurate.
Why are you upset? What's wrong? She's like, really? You don't know what you did? And I'm like, Want we get food? Ice cream? She's like, there'll be no ice cream.
No ice cream for you. This is not ice cream day.
I've gotten better. So I listened to the 5 love languages
Okay.
a couple, like probably like 3-4 months ago. And I've been trying to like implement those things more and more. Because I feel like communication is big. You know? We've been together for like 2 decades now.
It's like the way you communicate.
What's going on over here?
Pull that
Pull
that
off, man.
Working on it.
No, I was telling
telling
him
you
to
to
pull
Do
it
it
off.
conspicuously.
I was telling him to help you so you didn't beat up the microphone.
I know better.
And he like staring like,
Because you know what? I don't help. One thing
got
you're
it.
gonna learn
He
about
don't be
Miche is
helping.
You don't help until you ask. Okay? Because she's independent. 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 She don't play that.
oh.
And look, when I go to help and she don't want help, like, don't let me come in the kitchen. She doing dishes. I'm like, babe, let me dry. She's like, that's not a part of my system.
You never do that. When has that happened?
Hey, listen,
When have you come in there when I'm washing dishes and said, let me dry them?
I can call backup right now.
You came in the kitchen and said specifically, let me dry them.
Yeah, and you said, I got a system. They got to go in the dishwasher first, and then you got to come out. And I was like, well, there's no place for me here. Went back in the living room. I brought my idle hands to you and said, use me. You said, clap. And I said, bye.
I mean, here's the
Telling you
thing.
that didn't happen. But
Just like we talked about before, I used to have like a system for when I cleaned things. And it took a lot for me to let go of that and let just him and the kids do it. Like, and it took a lot of me opening and slamming cabinets and moving shit around because he doesn't put anything in the right place. He puts it away though, so I can't be mad. But he doesn't put anything back like where it goes. He does
That's
now.
true.
That is true.
I like still end up moving stuff, and now I have to just say like, "Hey, where's blah blah blah." And he usually doesn't know, which is fine. And then I move it. It's
You
clean
guys
though,
have
and
been
it's
here
up.
for a few days. You realize that I don't know where anything is
I'm
in
typically the
this
same
house.
way. One, I don't put it, if I put something somewhere, it's never the right spot in my house.
But like the stuff goes in the same spot for like 10 years. It's been going in the same spot.
First of all, that's not the spot I typically
And
like.
when you want to cook something, you can mysteriously find that same item in the spot that I put it. So just saying. It's
I
okay.
just feel like it. I mean, if I cleaned it up and that spot seemed like a good spot,
At the time,
it fit there.
that's where it's going.
Yes.
I feel that 110.
So and then I throw stuff away. Like, you know how you eat like takeout, and then now when you do takeout, they've got all of these like Tupperware bowls.
Yeah, they send you home with the plastic.
Yeah,
dish with
so
the clear
like
top.
when I clean the kitchen, I know at this point where everything goes in the cabinet. After years, I've learned, and if I try to put something in the cabinet that doesn't fit, I'm like, there must be some extra shit in here.
I like
And
that.
I'm not gonna lie, I've thrown away the wrong thing before. I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely done that before. So yeah.
I was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I already know. We can't keep forks in our house.
You literally,
Damn life.
you saw like our little Six Flags like membership things. They give you 1 cup per season that is unlimited refills. Okay, they give you 1 fucking cup. What did he do? He threw all 4 or 5 cups away, and I was like, Daddy, where's the Six Flags cups? And he's like, oh, I threw them all away. I was like, why would you do that? You just threw away like $80 because you have it's $20 to replace it.
They were taking up space. I didn't realize that came with the package. I don't know how these things work.
And I was like, you seriously threw away all of the cups? He's like, yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, I guess this week, since we're kind of like 30 minutes in the episode, we're talking about real marriage shit this week.
Real marriage shit.
Yeah.
Communication.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that people think that all lifestyle things are peaches and rainbows every day, and it's not.
No, it's definitely not.
It's definitely not.
I mean, I have to say that we don't have a good deal of arguments. We bicker back and forth, but we told you guys, we argue about the dog more than like actual shit, like actual real stuff. The dog, and sometimes like work stuff just because he gets on my nerves and I get on his nerves.
Yeah. I mean, I think being with somebody an extended amount of time, you're destined to get on somebody's nerves.
Yeah.
So I noticed that a lot of people, they'll hear us bickering back and forth, and they'll be like, yeah, you guys argue all the time.
No, it's just
And I'm like,
bickering.
Sometimes that's how we figure shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest,
That's
I
your
think-
communication.
Yeah. And some people don't understand it. So when we went to Hawaii, we went with a friend, and she was like, you guys argue a lot. And I'm like, yeah, but we've been arguing like this for 19 years.
But
And
it's
we
not
always-
arguing. It's like bickering about. Like, it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's the same thing. But I guess.
I mean, I don't think that anything that we bicker, argue, / debate about is critical in the big picture. So therefore, it's not a big deal. Like, we're typically trying to sway the other to a point that one wants, or one's trying to prove a point, and we're just going at each other until one proves a point. But there's nothing. I don't think that we've had something that's serious. That's been like, if it's a serious topic, it's not an argument, it's a discussion. You know what I mean? Like, if it comes down to finances, kids, money, spending money.
that's all finances.
I didn't think the kids was finances.
No.
But yeah, I guess that's finances too.
I'm talking about finances, money,
Spending money.
spending. That's all the same, my love.
I think everybody gets stressed out about money stuff, though.
I don't.
Do you pay your bills?
No, she does.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's why.
But
So you don't see, you know what comes in,
Yeah.
but you don't see what goes out.
I always ask for the bottom line. How much do I need to give you at what time?
Right.
That's always been my thing. Like, even in my bank account, like my personal bank account, I got all my bills set up so that they all come out close to the same time. So I just got one lump sum. Bam. 15th, bam. 30th, bam. But
Yeah.
I just was scared to always be just broke, so I just felt like if I know I need to have $1,500 to cover everything in my account by the 15th is going to be $1,500 in that bad boy. Everything else don't matter.
I mean, I agree with that, but I don't know.
Then I can ball out.
I mean,
I don't think we don't ever argue about money.
we get frustrated, but we don't argue.
Because I mean, she handles the finances, and like everything comes down to if she wants something, don't ask me. You know what we have.
I still like to tell him out
She'll
of
tell me.
courtesy if it's like a bigger purchase. I don't want to just.
But she's responsible,
Get it.
so I'm not really worried about that.
So is she.
See, I don't think that we argue about it. I think sometimes we just think differently about certain things.
Yeah.
And
Because I'm always, my mentality on everything is just make more money.
which sometimes just
She's like, that can't work.
no, that's fine, but like let's be smart about what we have right now because we didn't make more money today. Let's figure this out today.
Facts.
And yeah, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, we are going to be making more money. But right now, this is what we got. We're going to make it work.
True.
Yeah.
So it's just a different mentality.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a mentality thing than
I love that.
not like a.
I love that about you.
argument about.
Yeah.
One thing I say,
Money, I
babe, is
think.
you always have a different mentality on things like that, and I appreciate that, even when it's annoying. You're like that teammate.
Hey, I handle the finances for a reason. You
You're like that
appreciate
teammate
it.
that takes the three. You're like Westbrook. Just keep shooting threes. Eventually, one gonna go in. I'm like, all right. I'm just LeBron over here, just watching. Like,
Oh my God.
But I mean, I do think that it is very important to have a partner who you guys don't have the exact same opinion, because how can we be useful to each other if we have the exact same opinion
For the
on
same
everything?
person.
facts.
You know, I mean, you guys are around us, so you see that we go back and forth is what we do. It entertains us. We enjoy going back and forth. You
Us
know,
too.
Just
and-
like you said earlier, Lupe, if I stop talking, that means we're really arguing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
Same.
I'd rather talk about it than keep it all in.
But for us, that banter is our thing. I mean, the way we talk here with you guys here, you know, me threatening to spank her ass, or, you know, her, like, that's what we do all day. Like, literally, that's how we talk. We banter. And just the way we talk around you guys is a testament to how comfortable we are, because we've learned that there's certain people, if we banter like that in front of them, they think that we're fighting.
Yeah.
You know, and they think that we're arguing, but this is what we do. We're sarcastic. We do this all day long. And we 99% of the time we wound up laughing, or because she has such a dry sense of humor, sometimes she'll say something and she forgets she's not talking to me. So she'll say something to somebody else with this straight face, and they're like, "Oh my God, she's mean." And then she's like, "They knew I was joking." I'm like, no, they didn't. They definitely did not know you were joking.
Everyone out there that listens,
I'm looking
joking.
at their face, and they do not know you're joking. They think you're dead serious.
Their face is.
And when
saying,
I'm
"What?"
drunk, it's worse.
Oh, it's
That's
way
the
worse when
worst
she's
part. Yeah, because then I don't control it at all.
If she
and I
cracks a
never
joke,
say like I'm joking or
it don't look
smile,
like a joke.
and I just will walk off
Just
and be like,
walk off.
"Oh, hey Fiona, what's up, girl?"
After she just burned down 3 villages behind her, and everybody's like, I'm like, "Hey, they didn't know you were joking." She's like, "Yeah, they did." No, they didn't.
He knows not to talk to me when I'm
that
drunk
is
like that.
always. I'm telling you, that has
I
been.
just get to the point where there's no logic
from
there.
day one, where she will get and when the drunker she is, the more sarcastic she gets, and the more she thinks people know she's doing it.
Because I'm hilarious at that point.
She
in my
is
mind,
fucking
I'm
hilarious in
fucking
her
awesome.
mind, and now I just kind of get in my
you
corner
are.
and watch. That's
He
when
watches the
we
show,
woke up
like-
last night and we were sober and they were drunk.
Yeah, that's what we.
We just sat there and just kind of watched them just go wild.
I realized how drunk I was getting because it was getting harder and harder to say words last night. Like when I was talking to Miche, we were on the porch and I was like, so am I just like getting cold? Or are my lips slurring now? Like, that's what I was thinking in my head. Like, I can feel them moving, but it kind of feels like one is lopsided a little bit. Like, these are the thoughts going through my head while we're trying to have this serious conversation outside.
While you're
Yeah.
hearing people, every 5 minutes you hear somebody saying, "Shot, shot, shot."
That's when we got up. They
It was
tried
like a video.
they try to hit me with a bunch
Listen,
of shots.
Miche got,
I
you know,
said
she
no.
was like she was on point because she was like, yeah, why not? We can have
Yeah.
another fetus.
She was like, going,
Another fetus shot.
you might want to.
I will explain it.
Go ahead.
So we have an adult size shot.
Which
and
is
we
a full shot.
Yeah, I have a baby shot, which is like a half shot, and
It's
a
a half.
fetus is just like a splash.
It's like a quarter
into the
shot.
cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we describe our shots. Like that's how we ask you what type of shot you would like. I know it sounds
It's
weird,
a way to
but
differentiate.
yeah,
And people know.
yeah.
At least we do. And now you do.
Now you
So
know.
if you ever hear us say that, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the amount of liquor in the shot.
Yes.
Just saying.
We're not talking about like actual fetuses. Oh, what? I didn't realize that was. I didn't even think about it.
I know.
I don't think it's.
Listen,
I
you're
don't think
lucky
it's
that I'm here today.
I mean, if you don't know, and you hear
Now you
you're
know.
out here drinking
Now you
fetuses,
know.
you're gonna be like, what kind of fetuses? People eat all types
We
of
weren't
weird
having
shit.
shots of cum. Okay, it wasn't that type of party. I didn't think about it like that.
That's all right. That's all right. So yeah, I do think that it is important for people to realize, especially in the lifestyle, people in the lifestyle, but we're still regular people. We still experience life the way other people do. I think we do communicate more. I think that we tend to be more intimate, just because of the things that we share with our partners. But we're real people, real real people. We have real day-to-day stuff. I know for us, Mrs. Mocha, we can't wait for her to get past her surgery because the closer she gets to surgery, the more, what's the word, ornery?
Yeah.
She gets more ornery because she is just ready for it to be over with.
Yeah. I just don't like not feeling good or like being myself.
I feel that.
I said that, I think, last night.
I'm not gonna lie. Your sexual energy is like a little off kilter.
Because it's not there.
It's not there. Like I know your sexual energy at Mocha versus now. I'm like, ooh.
Who was it? Someone else came over the other day and they were like, I don't like regular. I don't like regular Mrs. Mocha. I was like, yeah, she's not as fun.
She's going through
around
something.
in pain, okay?
Yeah, and it's visible on your face.
Yeah, it hurts.
Like I just want to hug you. That's what I'm
You can always hug me.
Just like
We
I'll
hugged
accept
last
a hug.
night.
We did.
We hugged.
It was kind of a gay moment.
It was
We
great.
definitely had like a little gay moment together.
That's great.
gay moments are good.
It was emotional.
Bonding.
Yeah, we did. I was like, oh my
For y'all.
God.
That's not for y'all.
I love you so much.
It was cool.
It's funny how alcohol will bring you together even harder. Let's just keep having more shots and we're going to have some good stories to tell. God only knows what other stories I told. I remember most of the night, but I know that there are some.
I love her so much. You just don't understand how good it feels.
And then when they woke up, everything was really like, it was on and off.
We were deep
Yeah.
in the convos.
Listen, when I came upstairs and I looked and I saw the Casanova bottle a whole level lower than I left it,
It was almost empty by
And
the
the
time you got
vodka
it.
bottle.
had the
Tito's
vodka
was gone.
The Tito's was literally, that handle was being held. She's like, Lupe, fetus? I tried to resist. I was like, nah. Miche was like, no, you getting a fetus. No, actually, you gonna get a baby. You just woke up. I'm like,
Yeah.
And I hear this commotion, so I get up, I come out. I don't know how long they're out there, but when I came out, and as soon as I got out, I was like, oh, those two are done.
they were cooked.
Yeah,
Put a fork in it.
We were so cute though.
And
We
she
were really
was-
titty.
And then they were like trying to push liquor, like they're like peddling liquor, like I don't want any.
None of what you got.
You got to get on our level, motherfuckers.
Like-
We're trying to be in the same party.
Listen, when Miche came back downstairs getting to bed, this is how I knew she was drunk. Because when she's drunk, there's only two versions of her. Just get the fuck out of my way and love me long time. She was on love me long time. She got to bed. She said, babe, are you comfortable? do you need my body? I said, yeah, I need your body. Come cuddle me. Come on. I was like, I know where your mind's at.
Do you need my body? I want to hear that from now on. For you. That's the new thing. If my wife don't ask me, do I need her body? I'm gonna complain to
No,
everybody.
what do I ask you instead of that?
What?
Daddy, how's
Yes.
your dick today?
Oh, yeah.
How's your dick today?
Yeah, she like, hey, how's your dick feeling? Like, feels fine.
Fantastic.
He says that,
That
to
means
me.
she wants some dick.
But the opposite way.
I do. I'd be like,
How's your vagina today? How's it doing?
well, that's because, all right, so as freaky as we are online, Miche isn't a sexual predator like Mrs. Mocha. See, Mrs. Mocha is a sexual predator. She's an apex. She's a tiger shark. She's going after you.
Yeah.
Miche is more like a baby lamb, a gazelle. Okay,
Baby gazelle.
you have to be.
Am I a lamb or gazelle? Because those animals are definitely different.
A gazelle's good. You could be a gazelle.
You can be a zebra.
Gazelles are majestic. Like,
Yeah,
give
exactly.
me the better of the two, at
Yeah,
least.
gazelle.
Baby lambs are cute.
I was gonna say,
I'm more than just cute.
you want to do goat yoga, right? Baby goat yoga.
I want to try it.
Yeah, baby lamb because they're cute, so same thing. See?
I mean, I like cute things. Is that a problem?
Baby goat yoga.
We're off topic.
Yeah, I left that baby goat yoga. Okay.
We're off topic.
So, anyways, a gazelle. Apparently.
She said baby
Check
gazelle.
over
Too late
vagina.
now. You done threw off my whole train of thought.
You said that she's like more like a baby gazelle. She's not a
She's not an apex
a predator. Yeah.
She's not. She
don't know about
prefers
that.
to be attacked than do the attacking.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's accurate.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
There's only been very few times where she's come at me like with the ferocity that I hear you talk about, Mr. Moke. Like
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Because Mr. Mocha is greedy as fuck with his dick. Like he's super greedy with his dick. You are. You are like you're super greedy.
Okay,
And,
when she
please
listen, when
elaborate.
she's not,
I'm
so
about to
when she's not
elaborate.
feeling like right now, okay, we got surgery coming up, so but when she's in her regular mode,
When she's in heat,
she will have sex
I said heat.
3 times a day, 7 days a week.
Do you know
I'm
what
not-
one of our arguments
I am
were?
not a machine, and it's like
Hold on. Whenever we came home for pandemic,
she's trying to kill me.
he ended up getting a new job like 3 months into pandemic, so he was home more during the day. I'm thinking we have no kids in the house.
It's about
I'm like,
to go
we're fucking
down.
everywhere. We're gonna fuck on my lunch break, and we're gonna fuck over here and down there. And this dude's like chilling at the house, like not even like making a signal. And I'm like, is this
Making
really
a
freaking
signal?
happening? Like,
Making a signal.
why
ain't
are we
gonna
not
lie.
having sex?
I'm not gonna lie. When the pandemic came, I thought the exact same thing. I was like, it's
We
about to
fucking all
go
day.
down.
No, he's literally like, I'm gonna go to the gym, and then
I'm gonna do laundry.
I have to say to him, I literally have to say to him, like, Daddy, like, do you want to, like, give me some on my lunch break? And he'd be like, oh, yeah, sure. So it's not that he's just denying me. He just doesn't instigate anything.
Okay, let's you
during
know
the
how
daytime.
you know how her
That's-
job
that's
is.
nice.
She works and she has to be very attentive to her job. So there's some times where yes, this could happen, but she has to let me know. And then also, yeah, she is right. I'm a sexually charged person, but she outdoes me. I'm not gonna lie, because she will fuck all day if she can, and I'm like, listen,
No, let's rephrase that. I'll fuck you all day. I won't just fuck people all day. I'll fuck multiple people all day, but I don't want you thinking like some dude can come over and just try to fuck me all day. It's not going to happen.
you can try.
He's not going to. Let's just not throw that out there on the air.
Anyway,
Okay?
so yeah,
This is not a
she would
challenge.
get mad. She get mad like if we go 2 days, like especially when I was working like really out, working outside the house a whole lot. I'm going all day. I get home super late, take a shower. I'm dog tired. I fall asleep. All right, so that's one day that you've not given me sex, and then the next day I work that way. I get home. Now, day 3, there's a problem. There is a problem. Like, what? Am I no longer attractive to you? Like,
Oh yeah, I
is there
come with like
something wrong?
I get like insecure
You
and
don't want to have
paranoid.
sex with me? Like,
See,
I've been gone.
See, Lupe gets like that, but he is just starting to be an extra dick. And that's how I know. Oh,
I probably should fuck you a little bit.
It's been longer than 2 days.
I've been fantastic on this run. I've been fantastic. I'm giving myself kudos, okay? Because typically you're right. I be raging, okay?
do you want my body?
You find me attractive. I've been going about this all wrong. That's what I need to do. I need to just start just getting sensitive on you. You don't love me anymore.
You
Just
say
start-
that all the time.
I just need to start wearing sweatpants
See, but
and suits and shit
you
to
said
bed.
something to me, Lupe, like yesterday that we're very similar in that department. You said like, because I told you I stare at like Mr. Mocha like he's like steak in the shower, but he doesn't do that to me.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it's not like a thing. He just doesn't
No, of
do
course
that to me. I mean, like, I know he wants me, but like when I walk in the bathroom and see him naked, I'm like, I'm gonna get some of that dick.
I'm gonna tell you, honestly, God, truth. For years, Miche worked early in the morning at the hospital. Mm-hmm. Every morning she get up and take a shower. That was my cue to roll over and watch her.
Well, because our bathroom, if you just lay in the bed, you can see into
Yeah.
the shower if the door's open, and
Yeah.
I never close the door.
Yeah.
So
And I'll be right there just,
Pervin. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
she got out of the shower. She's like, you ready? I'm like, I want you to get in the bed. Now that I've seen you get out the bed. She's like, I just got clean. I'm like, you know how dirty girls get clean?
Bad. So bad. Yeah, I think everybody just has a different way of how they are. Like, you both couldn't. Could you imagine if you were both like sexually charged the same amount?
Yes, I could.
No, because then there wouldn't be one that was patient enough to deal with the other.
I don't know about that. We could just fuck it off. We could just fuck it out. Like, it would just
You
be
would just
like,
find like a fuck buddy to do that with. I'm sure you could find that.
So once a year, okay, on the 28th of December, I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
You get like a hall pass.
What does that mean?
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
It's his fucking birthday. Come on, guys.
Like, I mean, what does that mean? You
That
can do whatever
means
you
that
want.
whatever I say that day goes.
You don't do that every other day?
No. I'm very much.
Well, someone
Hey, somebody was calling. I don't know who that is.
definitely.
Who would be calling me at 12:21? That's got to be a wrong number because I don't even recognize that.
So let's get back to your birthday. What exactly do you do on your birthday?
What if
Is that the day
it's like
that
Dan
you...
Margera? I do whatever the fuck I want. But typically, I'm real calm. I like to watch her have sex. But this year, I didn't do that. I just fucked her all day long, at like every moment, because I can't do that on the regular. So I was just like, she was making breakfast. I was like, yo, stop that. We gonna go fuck. She's like, nigga, I'm cooking eggs. I'm like, burn them eggs. Burn them motherfuckers. The eggs is $2.29. I'll comp that. We go
Oh my god!
Finish eating breakfast. I was like, round 2. She like, nigga. I'm like, it's my birthday. I wore her ass out on my birthday. I was like, yo, I'm giving
Yeah, you did.
I was like, yo,
It was accurate.
I think we had sex like every hour on the hour. She's like, tomorrow, we ain't doing shit. My pussy need a break. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I just gave you a taste.
A taste.
I just barely cracked the seal.
I'm bad.
Your ass was tired.
When Mr. Mocha and I first got together, we did that. Like, we would like go to Trapeze like Friday night and then fuck a bunch of people, then come home and fuck each other, and then nap all day, and then fuck, and then nap some more, and then fuck and nap more, and then go back to Trapeze and do it all over again, and then do the same thing on like Sunday. So he spoiled me in the beginning, so the expectation is still there.
She did the same thing. We
But
started.
then now he's just like, I'm old. I don't want you like that anymore.
That's what I'm saying. We started like till I can still remember.
Yeah, just keep listening to that bullshit.
When we were 17 and 18. I
Yeah.
can still remember that. I can remember when we had got our first apartment, when she had her apartment.
Is this when you were dumpster fucking?
Yeah, dumpster. This exactly. This is around that time. This is a couple years
It's around
after.
the dumpster fuck. Got it.
And I remember we would drop our daughter off at her grandparents' house for the weekend. And this is before lifestyle. So it was just us. Mm-hmm. We go out, have a nice dinner date, go bowling or something. And it was on. I'm talking about from the car to the bed, to the shower, to the couch. Hell, I think we fucked on top of the car after getting out of the shower, after sitting on the couch. I'm pretty sure. We had it.
Stupid.
And like I low key, I really love to rekindle that. Like we have rare moments.
Well, we can. That just means that we need a week or two of doing nothing in the lifestyle.
So you telling me if we take 2 weeks off
Sometimes,
the lifestyle,
yeah, sometimes we
you
gotta
gonna
do
fuck me
that.
like a rabbit? I'm,
You
Only
haven't
one way
tried
to
it.
find out. Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't tried it.
That wasn't a commitment.
I'm committed.
No, I'm sorry, she didn't make a commitment.
I know
She
she
said
did.
you haven't tried it. She didn't say yes.
Yeah, exactly. So
Because
she's
I
saying
think
I can
she's
try.
She
challenging
said
you.
yes.
She's challenging you.
She said yes.
To try something new.
Lupe makes Micho sound like she's bossy, but she's really not. She has to boss him around so he'll listen.
That's not true.
Facts.
That's not true. And I had a sweet teacher. I had a
Yes.
really sweet teacher. Okay, Mrs. Lowe was sweet. She never bossed me around. She was very sweet. She always got what she wanted from me. I love to please women if they know how to talk to me.
But she's still,
If they know how to talk to me.
you still please her to like the nth degree.
I try my best.
Yeah. So you're good then.
We taking 2 weeks off?
I'm just saying, it's you think about
I
it,
wanted
and
to go
it's
on the
like,
record and say, are we taking 2 weeks off? And I want to know if we are. Because if we are, we might as well go somewhere.
I mean, yeah, but we can't do that right now. We got stuff scheduled, so it's gonna have to be like summertime.
We can take my birthday as one of the weeks.
That's
Interesting.
New Year's almost, and Christmas.
It is.
That's not
unfortunately.
feasible.
That is.
Oh, I guess it is because it would be holidays.
Listen, our daughter didn't even want to spend New Year's with us. She was like, I was like, you want to?
Hard pass.
I was like, do you
I've
want to?
got friends now. Have a
Right?
good day.
I have a boyfriend
Oh,
now.
we understand.
No.
I was like, all right. But yeah, I'm down with that. Okay, 2 weeks, y'all.
And like, here's the thing. I realized, like, for the longest time, I pondered on that, and it bothered me because I was like, have I done something different? Like, is there something I can do different to like make him want me like that again? But I realized that it was just the newness. It's all it was. It's new. It was new. It's exciting, and it's not that we're not new. It's that we're comfortable.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, Apollo.
I told you he was gonna knock something over.
Apollo.
Well, I mean, his.
He was so sad when you said his name.
He's still looking at it.
He's like, oh shit.
Did I do that?
My
I didn't
wife
even
and
pick
I,
that up.
We still have more. We still have a good amount of sex.
Yeah, but
Now here's the thing: in her weakened state at the moment, because she can't do what she used to physically doing. Now she's like, you know, it's even more like exacerbated. But you know,
no, I don't feel like it's like that because
like, for example, like when she having her good days and she like, hey, I need some dick. Dick is ready. The dick is being provided. Ain't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he doesn't give it to me, like, because he does. What I'm saying is that I had to come to the realization because there was a point in our relationship where I was actually getting insecure when he would play with other chicks. But it wasn't I was upset at the action of him doing it. It was the way that he was doing it, and I wanted that again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, fuck, we don't do that like to each other anymore. But then I thought about it, and I was doing the same thing. I'm playing with other dudes, going wild, and then like we're fucking missionary a few times a week, you know? And it's so good. It's just we're not putting like a whole lot of effort into our sex.
Crazy stuff.
So it wasn't just him; it was me too that had like fallen back on certain things. And you know, you get older, your body changes, you cramp more. You just want to go to bed, but you want some dick, so 20 minutes is great. And 10 or 20 minutes of his dick is great because he knows how to fuck me. He's fucked me so many years. It's always good. Like, there's never a time where I'm disappointed in the sex. There's plenty of other new dudes that I put...
that's very accurate. I've never been disappointed.
Yeah, there's been plenty of times that I put all this effort into new guys, and then I was just like, well, that wasn't even that great.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, why did I do all that work? Yeah.
I'm going to stop this and say there was a time when you were disappointed.
When was that?
I was gone at that training thing for a week in Tennessee. Tennessee, I think it was. And
you came back and gave her 5 minutes of thunder?
What? Where I came so fast to the scale.
I told you. I knew you were going to say that.
And she was like... You was
unacceptable.
Like, no, she didn't even say it like this. This is how I knew I fucked up. Because she was like, oh, I can still do that? I'm like, you can still do that. She's like, you came so fast. I'm like, don't act like you like that shit. Don't act like that 5 seconds was nice.
That was a good support.
I was going to say, maybe that was...
Don't patronize me.
Here's the thing, though. You were gone out of town for so long. She missed you. 5 minutes, that's what he gets in his head about. Sometimes 5 minutes is okay. Especially if you've been gone that long and we both have enough built-up pressure, like... Just come in and fuck me for 5 good minutes, and I can assure you I'm going to be okay. Right, Daddy?
No.
No, exactly. I don't agree with that at all.
He's
So
lying.
here's the thing. So her first of all, her 5 minutes. Like
Her 5
she'll say, "Oh, well, we only fucked for like 10 minutes." I'm like, "But we started fucking at 9:05 and it's 10:06. Like, what are you talking about? That wasn't." You know, so her 5 minutes. But okay, I will say, like, there are some days where like she'll just come in and just grab my dick and she'll suck it. And she knows how to suck my dick. She's been sucking it for a long time. And like she's trying to make me come. And I'm like, if you make me come, I'm going to sleep.
And there's been plenty of times that I've just made him come.
I want you to just do it. You know, and she's happy with those times. But then that means tomorrow, I got to come in here and
put that work in.
I gotta go do some yoga. Like I gotta,
go to the gym, do your cardio.
Yeah, because then she want me.
I'm getting a marathon the next day.
See, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, though. I'm a natural pleaser.
So am I.
When it comes, like, sexually, maybe not so much in real life. I'm nice to people, but I'm not. I'm more of a pleaser, like
sexually. Yeah, that's where your wheelhouse is.
I'll only please. For me, I'll only please you as much as you please me, like how you make me feel.
Gotcha.
If you make me feel like super comfortable, you're really respectful, you're not clingy, you're not trying to do some shady shit, you'll get a lot more out of me. So just tips for Mrs. Mocha, okay?
See, I respect that.
I'm more likely to please you in a different way because I know you better and trust you more, so I'll let loose a lot more.
Yeah, which makes sense.
How are you going to hit me, man? Did you guys see that?
Yeah, we saw it.
You hit me right in the chest.
I saw him caress your breasticle.
I kind of hurt.
Pat logistical.
Sometimes she like when I spank her. I did chest yesterday.
That's what you get.
Anyways, we're kind of quiet today. Sorry. It was because they let us take a 3-hour nap before the podcast. So we had some really bad food this morning. It wasn't like bad, meaning like not healthy. Okay, let me say that.
Delicious.
It tasted all tasted
Meaning you got
freaking
the
so
itis.
good. We went to a little like country cafe. So good.
Yeah.
And then we went to. They actually picked out a barbecue place that they like that's in Atlanta, and
It
we
wasn't
went
as
there.
good as it was before.
I know.
I'm taking to the other spot next time. Next
down.
time you come,
Yeah.
take the other spot.
We love
Pit
to
Boss
eat.
is really good.
Yeah,
That is our.
phenomenal.
If you're listening to this podcast and you ever want to hang out with us, pick a really dope place to eat. We'll pull up.
yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, how can we get you to hang out with us?
Where was it we went the other day that I told you we had to make a decision on either it had to be food or drinks? Oh,
Oh, no, we
Papados.
went to Papados. Papados was actually
Papados, we went there.
Oh,
We have been
That
there.
shit's expensive as hell.
it was actually really good.
but we fucked up. We got there, sat at the bar. They were
Drinks.
like the drinks were strong,
and it was like
huge
super
drinks.
tall.
Yes. So I got one drink, but I hadn't eaten most of the day. So we finally get to our table. I'm fucked up.
food is like
The food is so much. Like I had a salad and like a fish, but the plates are like
Yep.
platters, very large
They
platters.
give you a lot. Yeah. I
And the
remember
food is
doing
so
that.
good. It's one of those things you just can't stop eating it. Like you can just be so. It's like Thanksgiving dinner. Like you know you're only get it once a year, so you just tear it up.
like 8 spoons past,
Yeah.
where you should have stopped.
Yeah, exactly. So like I think I drove home with like one eye open that night because I was like, what the fuck? We cannot like do
He's
both.
the one that gets like that after he eats. He's so sleepy, and then I end up driving us home.
Yeah. Well, you saw today, Mr. Mocha's eye was like one eye was closed.
Hey,
The only reason I let him drive is because we lived so close to the place we went.
Yeah, I was suffering.
But yeah. But so
happens
so
sometimes.
yesterday that's how they ended up falling asleep, and then today we ended up taking a nap because at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. we took a nap. We went
Terrible
down
time.
and took a nap.
Terrible time.
Yeah.
Y'all were done. I was like,
I heard someone snoring.
I was her.
I thought one of you guys had walked in there and fallen asleep.
Was
so-
it really snoring that much?
It was fine. It was just little. It was a little. I thought it was a
She just
dog.
made sure that she let you know that she could hear you. Like I tell you.
I was
You
not.
could hear
I was
her
just
own
asking.
I was just.
What'd you
making-
say?
No
So I'm
one
surprised you
snores
could
as
hear
loud
over
as
your
you
own
do.
snoring.
So don't worry.
She fell asleep. She must have fallen asleep before me then.
Yeah, I
Sitting on the
did.
couch. Yeah.
Because they were sure happy to let us know that we were both snoring
Exactly.
in harmony, and then later on in the day they were snoring in harmony.
Well, first of all, the allergies here in Georgia right now are
yeah,
terrible.
They are really,
The
really
pollen is
bad.
really
Pollen
bad.
index is
Yeah.
101.
They've
Yeah.
been taking me down since I got here.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
No bueno. But anyways, communication, long-lasting relationships.
It's okay if couples bicker. Sometimes
Yeah.
that's how they communicate.
Yeah.
I read a
Don't judge.
I read an article
Yeah.
on Snapchat the other day that they were talking about that a psychologist had like made it aware that it's not couples that argue, it's what they do after the arguments because everybody communicates different. Mm-hmm. So like some couples, they'll never scream at each other because they grew up in houses where both parents screamed.
Yeah.
Say it was detrimental, but other couples grew up in houses where people screamed and it wasn't. It's not really about how much, like how you communicate. It's really more so about what the end result of the communication is. And if there's no growth and no progress, then how you're communicating is seriously lacking. Now, if you yell at each other and you guys, throw some shit around, but then when you're done, you come up with a valid solution to whatever the problem was, then that communication worked. It may not be pretty.
Yeah.
It may not be, wrapped in a nice dressing, but at the end of the day, if you come to a valid solution that you both can agree on and both can agree to work towards, then it works. And I think that if anybody is, looking at us like, oh, how do you guys do it? Just know that we always have the same singular goal to get to a place that we can both agree on. And I think that most successful couples in the lifestyle have that same mentality. And it's like, hey, yeah, we're not always going to see eye to eye. We all know that. We're all different. But we can agree to see eye to eye at this point or this topic or this subject or this matter. This is where we're going to be. And we can both agree to let half of our egos go and put the other half in this pot to make this better.
I agree with that. So you're basically saying healthy arguments.
Yeah.
Healthy arguments is when you can resolve no matter how you start it.
Exactly.
If it starts screaming, crying, yelling, whatever.
Because you're going to have to let it out. I mean, she cries a lot. I cry sometimes too. I'll be like, yo, I just can't do this, bro. Like, I need a minute. She's like, what do you mean? I just need a minute. But guess what? At the end of the day, I know if I cry and if I'm crying, she going to listen. If I start crying, she going to listen. She going to be like, babe, why are you crying? You never cry. Like, 'cause I'm just so serious about this. You gotta listen to me. You need
want
something.
those Jordans so bad.
Dad.
It's like that. But
I mean, even down to like kind of sidebar, but that you need, it's healthy for kids. A lot of parents won't argue in front of their kids, which is a mistake because then you're not showing them how to have a healthy argument and a resolution. So
I don't think you have to necessarily use the word argument. I do believe that you should have discussions in front of your children.
Yes.
I do believe that they should see you resolve issues and see your means of conflict resolution. And I will say that, like, I'm not the type of person to yell. That's not what I do. So some people, when we talk about bickering back and forth, we banter. We banter back and forth.
That's the word, banter.
yeah.
But you are correct from the standpoint of different people communicate differently. And, like, I know people who literally, they yell at one another. And that's how they both communicate. And that form of communication is not detrimental to either one of their self-esteem. It doesn't feel abusive. It's not given abuse. It's not given as a form of abuse, and it's not received as a form of abuse. Although there are some people, like if I were to yell at my wife at the top of my lungs, she would curl and collapse into a ball, because that's not how we communicate. She could not receive that from me. So it really just depends upon how you receive it. But yes, I definitely believe that conflict resolution, any two living things that coexist are going to have conflict. Grass and weeds have conflict. It's just how it works. And so, I think that one of the things I enjoy about us kind of talking is whenever we're with you guys, it's a very real conversation. It's a real conversation. It's actually, even though we are big into the lifestyle, we do a lot of things in the lifestyle, we also go through the normal stuff. And I feel like I never ever feel like our relationship is being tested. Like, I don't feel like it's being tested to the point where it's like, I never have a thought like, oh, I can imagine myself not being with my wife. I can imagine ourselves not even not being in the lifestyle. Our relationship the lifestyle doesn't test our relationship to the point where, like, we want to get out of it. Now, are there times where we need
A break?
Yeah. And a break from the standpoint of, like we all discussed this week, we're doing so much, we enjoy it. But at some point, I think you realize
sitting on the couch watching TV for 8 hours is okay.
Or sitting with your friends, couples in the house, literally eating food, laughing, joking, drinking,
talking shit.
Not necessarily at a party. That's real life. People don't always see swingers in that light. They just think that we are just 100% out fucking and partying and
all the time. And that's surely not the case. Although sometimes you wish it was the case.
Yeah. It wouldn't be as fun anymore if you did it that much. It wouldn't be. I get burnt out. That's what I was telling her last night.
Lupe may never get burnt out, but I do sometimes.
You
say that.
But if we go like so many weekends in a row and I feel like him and I haven't had enough like time together, then I'm burnt out. I'm at a disconnect.
I feel
because I don't care who he fucks. I don't care how he fucks them, but sometimes I just want him, and not even just his dick. I just want him.
Yeah,
I agree.
The person.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes I don't want Mr. I have actually said to him, I yelled it in an argument one time.
I don't want Mr. Mocha. I just want my husband.
I said, I don't want fucking Xavier. I don't want Mr. Mocha. I want fucking Daddy.
There you go.
Jax.
And he was like, okay, because you and him are very similar when
She
it comes
didn't yell
to.
it. Let's get that straight.
I was loud. It was
She
loud
does
in
not-
my mind.
She
Okay,
does not yell at me. We don't do that.
it was loud in my mind.
Oh shucks!
I was saying it with authority. But you guys are very similar where you like hyper focus on work. And I don't care. I want him to work. I want us to be successful. Like, I like that stuff, but there has to be a balance. If there's not a balance, like, because I don't know, in his mind, I think I'm going to work towards this goal because this will make us better and it will free up some of our time.
Yeah.
But in the moment, you still have to make that free time now because it may not be there later if you just keep pushing it off. Not saying that she may leave, but you may just both get at a disconnect and
Never reconnect.
Yeah, never reconnect because you're just there, and this is the routine that we've gotten ourselves into.
Exactly.
Because I always push him and tell him, like, I don't ever want to be that couple that's comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to be comfortable. I still want to date you. I still want to laugh. I still want you to worry sometime. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be just like exist in existence with
Exactly.
each other.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's always my big thing is like, yo, just keep challenging.
Yeah.
Like if we're not changing, even though that's the one thing that you can't stop is change. If we're not purposely changing, like changing with purpose, then it feels like we're not doing it right. Mm-hmm. I feel like that change and that constant growth and search for new growth and not being the same person that you were yesterday.
Yeah.
Being a better version.
Yeah.
Like that's always been like with us. I should tell you, like I'm always, let's get better every day. Like basketball, sex, I'll never get tired of those things because I know every day I can get better.
And even like down to her, when we were outside talking, she was saying like she wanted to do the basketball thing so you guys could do something together because it's something you like and you try to do things that she likes. And I think we do the same thing. Like he tries to be like meet me at a happy medium, like on taking a shower with me, even though my water's hotter than the depths of hell. And he pretends like it's okay, but it's like I have to convince him to get in. I told him that yesterday. He was like, oh yeah, she won't take a shower with me because the water's too hot. I like for my skin to burn.
Yeah.
So
Me too. I'll be in that bad boy. She'd be like,
I don't.
babe.
No, I don't like that.
She'd be like, I can smell you burning. I'm like, that just means I'm
Literally.
clean.
You're cooking.
I came out of the shower one time and I was literally steaming. She was like, really? Like, that's how hot the water was. Your
Yeah.
body is steaming.
oops.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
But like I said, it was just nice that you recognized that was something he likes and that you wanted to do it with him because he wanted you to do that.
I appreciate
That's
that.
a good compromise, and then vice versa. Whatever you
She
know.
knows. She already knows. If there's any time that she wants to be successful at a sport and she decides it, that I'm on board. I'm all on board for challenges, especially if it's a physical challenge where we can go out and push ourselves. Mental challenges, not so much. That's why I have work. That's why we make money. Mental challenges, I'm not there for. Where we want to go,
I'm like the mental stuff more.
yeah. But I feel like just making enough money without working for somebody, and then doing all the like you said, the bills, the
Yeah.
health insurances, I feel like that mental challenge for me on a day-to-day basis is
It's
enough.
enough mental
It's
excitement.
enough
Yeah.
mental excitement for me because for me it's like, all right, I'm down to like want to go do something that takes me out of that mental challenge. And we do. One thing I can say over the years is, over the past 5 years, we've done a great job finding a better balance. There was something about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, right when we started the OnlyFans thing. Mm-hmm. She was like, we can't just do this for weeks on end. And I was like, well, what do you mean? Like, we're having sex, we're making money. Like, what do you mean?
else can you ask for?
We need to be doing this weeks on end. And she's like, nah, like, we need to go to the movie. I need to have a date night once a week. Mm-hmm. And for me, like, I'm like, because I come from a mentality of work until you get the championship. And then when you get the championship, you go back to work. Like, it's not, you know, it's just work, grind. So to me, it was like, all right, this is a grind, it's a hustle, we're having a good time. Like, why do we need to go on date night? And then it was like,
Because
I
if we
need date
don't,
night.
I
Like,
can't keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. Now, not only so we'll do date night. You pick the date. She's like, no. I need date night. I need you to take me somewhere and give me time. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm like, man, we did date night we had so many
We
date
ain't
nights.
really done a lot lately, but yeah.
We haven't done a lot of date nights, but we did do Hawaii and Cancun. And we didn't do nothing lifestyle in Hawaii.
In Cancun, we worked, but
Cancun, we partied.
I worked. I actually worked. So, go ahead. I worked.
Yeah,
You
that's
did
true.
not.
So we were there for how many days?
3 days and 2 nights. I made content 2 of the 3 days.
Oh, you made usable content the third night, but yes, you're right.
2 of the 3 days.
Oh, that's right. You did fuck the groomsman on the second day. I forgot about that.
I'm dead.
I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. I mean, you did.
That's all right, Mr. Mocha.
You owe me big time now, just so you know.
So now you're really
Because you
better
talk a
plan
lot
really
of shit,
good
and then
date
you're
night.
not 100, and then I correct you, and then you tell me
because
that.
in my mind, I was thinking that we can't use that video. He's in it. He's not a content creator.
Is that what you need to say on here?
I'm just,
Or do you need to realize that we worked that trip?
I'm just telling you what I
You
was
can't.
thinking.
No. Let's be 100 here.
See how mean she's getting?
You cannot use
Y'all hear this?
Cancun trip as that's a date weekend. No, it was not.
I didn't say it was. I just said I didn't see that was content being made. I didn't say it was or was not.
You just told me that both of those trips were dates. So that no, don't say a word. Be quiet.
Did I say
Listen.
both of them were dates?
Let me finish what I'm saying.
You definitely
Because now you piss me off. You cannot use those as dates and then say, "Oh, well, I don't have to do anything for a while because those 2 count." No, that was last month.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's where your conversation was going, and
That's
I'm not a fan.
You don't know where my conversation was going because you weren't in my head.
Okay, why did you bring that up and say that
It's too
both
late.
of those were dates?
It's too late.
The trips were
It's too
dates,
late.
right?
It's too late now. You've already jumped to conclusion. You've already jumped all the way to the end.
Yeah, I need to send you guys that meme.
Listen,
You're in the hole, so don't look at me.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
And you've tried to plan something else on that day like 5 times. Of course. So that doesn't even count
There
anymore.
were 4 times today. I was in the car.
Listen, I have friends.
All I
Like,
said was I
no
need some more
plans.
dates, and you went so left. Those trips weren't.
Yeah, that was not good delivery.
Hawaii.
Lupe. That
that's
wasn't
what
good
we're talking
delivery.
about.
Yeah.
Hawaii was a
It
whole
wasn't good
month
delivery.
ago.
Hawaii was a whole bunch of nothing that I wanted to do. I didn't get to do the one thing I asked when I was in Hawaii. I went to sleep in a hammock.
So you didn't even have a hammock, so why didn't you go buy one and do it? What does that have to do with
I'm
anything?
not gonna hang my hammock.
On a tree, like you said.
There were no trees to hang my hammock on. We were going.
They have a lot of those in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. You can get hammocks everywhere. You
Yeah.
can hang a hammock
I
from
actually
2
saw a
coconut
bunch of
trees.
trees on the videos that I
Listen,
saw
first of all,
today.
those were bum places, okay? On the beach, you just can't go put hammocks up. There's bums that live on the beach in Hawaii.
Technically, you could have bought a hammock and put it in a tree.
I don't do our finances. So. I didn't know if it was in the budget
Oh,
to get the hammock.
That's where you're going? Okay.
I'm so dead right now.
Spending money and saving money.
Well, you know what? If that was your one dream, we have 3 hammocks at home. You could have packed one.
Listen,
That's
I'll make
within the
sure that-
budget.
I'll make sure that we go on date night.
I just was asking for a few more date nights.
How many more is a few? Just 2 or 4?
Can I borrow a hammock?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know they have hammocks now that just come with a stand. You don't have to buy it. You don't connect it to a tree. They just have a stand and it can sit anywhere in your house.
Low key, I feel
Not
like
the
that's
same.
not. Yeah,
You could put it outside of your house, is what I'm saying. But it just stands up with a stand instead of
It
you
doesn't
having to
have
put
as
it on a
much risk
tree.
as the tree.
Yeah.
He wants to feel one with the jungle.
Trees
I
more
mean, still
adventurous.
just put it near a tree, but it just doesn't have to be connected to it. It's probably a lot safer.
Put it by a tree.
I'm just gonna.
Here, tree. Well,
gonna
we could have
take
brought
you
one
on
from
against the
I'm
home.
gonna
tree.
take you on more date nights.
That's all I was saying. I don't know why you got so.
I felt like Hawaii was a giant date.
You said Cancun was too, and it wasn't.
Cancun wasn't really a date. That was really a
So
party.
why did you say that?
It was a party.
It was a wrong delivery. It was a bad delivery.
It was a bad delivery. It was
a
like
bad
that pizza
delivery.
that fell out the box.
Yeah, I just realized something. See, our arguments are opposite, right? So, had that been me and her arguing, as soon as I identified that I put my size 15 right near my mouth, I would have backed out. Like, you know something? You're right. I'm sorry.
No, he
and
goes
then I
the
won't let her
opposite.
finish because she gets mad because now she wants to tell me the whole reason I was wrong, but I just admitted I was wrong. But she wants to tell me the whole reason. I'm like, you don't have to tell me. I realized that I was wrong. So let's move on to the next thing. And then she's mad because I want to finish beating this dead horse until...
No, because I like to at least get out my thoughts. It's not the fact that I want to beat a dead horse. I want to complete my thought because then I feel like you're being disrespectful because you're cutting my thought off.
Yep.
But
And
if I
you want to
did
make
that
sure he understands what
Right.
it was, because maybe he thinks he knows, but he may not.
No,
know.
usually
You
it's
gotta
just
finish
because
explaining yourself.
I want to get the thought out
Yeah.
because it makes me feel better.
Fair.
And if I cut his thought off ever and just apologize mid-sentence of him telling me something, he would not be okay.
Because when she cuts mine off, it's not because she gets it, it's because she don't want to hear it anymore.
No, it's usually because I know that I'm wrong and I'm like, you know what, you're right. That's fine. I'll take that. But if I stop him in that sentence, he's the same way. He cannot stop at mid-thought and not say
Once
exactly
again,
what he's thinking.
It's usually because she's just not in the mood for the rest of this. I don't want to hear this shit right now.
No, it's never that.
But me, it's like usually I'm like, ah, shit, I really did fuck up.
But
And
in his
I know
mind, the
I fucked
argument's
up.
over, but he just doesn't let me finish the thought. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the only thing that hurts my feelings. It's not that I need to hurt your feelings more. It's that I feel like you cut me off on my feeling. And if I cut you off on a feeling or emotion, you'd be upset about it.
Facts.
If you were mid-sentence telling me something and I knew by the fourth word that I was wrong and just apologized and said, we don't have to keep going, you would not feel fair about that. You would be like, okay. You literally talk so much, Mr. Mocha. Sometimes he talks to hear himself talk, which is fine. So if
I do.
I cut him off to just say, okay, it's fine. I'll apologize. He wouldn't be okay. I don't care what he says. We'll test out the theory one day and I'll let you guys know about it.
Yeah, we'll test that out.
Listen, I know personally.
No, because he would feel disrespected. He does not like when he talks and people cut him off, especially not me or the kids or anybody else. So
Well, the kids
he
don't
would
count.
not be okay.
The kids, they have to listen to the whole speech.
Do you see how low his eyes are right
I don't
now?
care what the kids-
That is
the
his
kids,
irritation
they're-
face.
No. So
I'm not kidding.
I only get irritated when we have a discussion, and I'm like, if I'm like, listen, we talked about something, right? And I forgot that I said something. And she'll say, January 5th, you said, boom. I've been like, you're right. I did say that. So I'm sorry. I shouldn't have made these plans. At this point, she continues to tell me, well, yeah, since you made the plans on January 5th, that's the kind of cutting off I do. We've just established, yes, I was wrong.
I made a mistake.
But then I still have to hear
Everything after the
everything.
mistake.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. It's not like she's like, I'll say something and I'm like stopping you from saying something that's like emotional. It's like, oh shit, you're right. I was wrong.
Yeah, but see that
to the
I'm
next,
telling you
on to
that
the
that's how I
next.
feel about it because it's an emotion and a feeling for me at that moment. So it's
I get
okay
it.
if you
I've
listen
been
to
working on
it.
it. I've been working
and
on it.
then you
He's
apologize
the
and I
same
leave
way.
it alone. Yeah,
He's like, all right, I messed up.
I've been
He
working
doesn't
on
want to hear the rest.
yeah, Mr. Mocha.
You just agreed, did you not?
So now that you've heard both couples on the podcast, Vicar tonight, and then conflict resolution,
Listen,
we came up with
she yelled at
everything.
me at the last podcast too.
No, I didn't.
Go back. He was like, Lupe, shut up. I was like,
Did she say shut up on the podcast?
Yeah, probably.
I'm pulling up the tape.
pull up the tape. This is one of the moments we wish we could.
Daddy,
Jazzy
you're
Jeff
telling
that
your
bad.
I don't remember,
age. You
but-
just said you were going to pull up the tape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rewind it.
You're telling
Rewind the
her.
cassette.
And he made the rewind song.
You're right. cassette.
And he's younger than I am, so
Dad,
We getting old. It's okay.
that's fine.
how old are you?
34. That ain't that. No, that ain't that. Cuatro. Look, if y'all could see her face right now,
you
you can
trying
see
to
the
make up
frustration.
words?
It was supposed to be Spanish.
That ain't that.
It's
Cuatro.
Trente Cuatro.
Not
I don't
treinta,
remember.
I have a hard time with English, so
34.
34. Okay, there you go. You got it. I tried. You know what? You can't try.
You
I mean,
can.
can't
I
fail.
made a face.
You can't fail if you
Can
don't
I
try.
not make a face? My face does this. I'm sorry.
Trying to think.
no faces.
No faces today.
No faces.
No faces at old faces.
No faces, but oh faces.
I like old faces.
So what you're telling me is that my Spanish is trash.
I didn't say anything. I made a funky face. What's the problem? Bro,
I can't speak Spanish,
I can't
so I
even make a
can't.
funny face now.
You need more alcohol.
I do.
And
I
we're
would
about
love
to
a
go
shot.
get some more
Yeah.
alcohol. But
Thank you guys, as usual, for being here
Of course.
and being on the show and having like real life things. So now that everyone can see that we are like a real life couples, we're not just like, we're not the persona that you see online 24/7. I mean, we are that, but we also are
More than that.
regular people. Yeah.
More than that.
Misha just pinched Lupe's cheek. That was so cute.
I didn't like that.
She actually didn't pinch it. She flicked me. Because she's a girl.
It
It was a love flick.
It was really soft. So if that
Yeah, it
hurt,
was a
I
love
don't
flick.
know
First
what
of all, your
studio.
hands are 2-ton bricks.
Well, listen, I know I think Mrs. Mocha's surgery is next week, so we won't be back next week, but hopefully...
Mr. Mocha might be back with some mail. Some man
if,
shit.
If Lupe will get on and hang out with me.
He needs to do some man shows while I'm out.
Listen, we're going to get on
Facts.
here and we're going to talk about what it's like when your woman is down. This is a whole different ball game.
Yeah, that'd be
A lot of guys really don't know what to do when their woman is down.
Don't start the whole conversation though.
Yeah, don't start it.
All right,
Just say
keep it
get
in
the
your
prelude.
thoughts. Yeah,
Get them excited.
yeah.
Yeah, I was shut down, guys. So that's all I'm going to say.
No, because you're about to go all into it, and
Yeah.
you want to save it for the
Yet again-
episode,
But
right?
yeah.
Yet again, I started talking and you told me what my brain was about to do. But I appreciate it.
But Mr. Mocha, the few times I've been down, he can tell you what he did, but he takes really good care of me when I'm down.
Definitely.
I think not everybody's getting into the next subject. So until next time, Lupe and Miche, glad you guys are at the house. I'm glad we got to hang out this weekend.
Thanks for having us. It's been a lovely time here. Mm-hmm. And let's let y'all know, we ain't been fucking like rabbits. We just been cooling.
We have.
Yeah, we've been eating and falling asleep.
Yeah, and napping and drinking and then
Drinking.
napping again
Yeah.
and taking allergy pills.
Yeah, literally.
Anyways,
So
Thanks for having
we'll
us.
take care of the fucking like rabbits soon.
yeah.
Yes.
So until next time.
Goodbye from the Mochas.
Hey, I'm Lupe.
And Miche.
We'll see y'all soon.
LupeandMiche.com everywhere.
LupeandMiche.com.
Whoop,
Just
whoop.
Google us. Follow us on TikTok. Lupe and Miche.